In this video, I would like to talk about wash rates because this is one of the major scenarios, market abuse scenarios that is getting mostly enforced by major banks and financial institutions. And I would like to talk about this scenario. So, what happens during the wash rates? How does it get executed basically? Imagine there is a broker A, and this broker A has for some reason client B having two accounts with the same broker A. Now what this client can do is it can use these two accounts to buy and sell the same security at the same time, just to create volume. With these two trades, nothing changes hands. I mean, the instrument stays with the client B because he sold from one account and bought from another account. So that's a wash trade, and that's illegal activity because the beneficial owner has not been changed. It's still client B. Now, why does client B want to do it? First is that he might have a large position in the security, and he might be interested that the securities price goes up. What he knows is that many investors are looking at the volume and activity in the instrument, and so he wants to raise the activity. If there is no activity, or if there is low activity, he wants to raise the activity, hoping that other investors will notice that and start buying into this security. When they start buying into this security, this means increased demand, and this means increased price. So that's what he is targeting at. That's one thing. Another reason why he might be doing this is he might be wanting to move the security from one account to another account. This another account might be some kind of a merged account of his business, or his, it might be a common account of him and his wife or whatever. So for whatever reason, he wants to move security from one account to another account. And there is a process normally with brokers how to do it, but the process is really slow and bureaucratic. He will need to fill in some forms and wait and so on, but he wants to do it right away. And so that's another reason why they do this. So they just sell from one account and buy from another account. And if the security is illiquid, and if he does it fairly quickly, then there's a high chance that he will match his own order, and so no change of beneficial ownership again, and by definition, it's an illegal trade. Now, this is a classic scenario, but then we have also different variations of this scenario. So let's take another example where we're talking now about client C, who has one account with broker A and another account with broker B. Now again, if the security is illiquid, we're not talking about Apples and Teslas and so on, but if we're talking about some illiquid security, and again, if he is interested in raising or moving the price in one direction, then he might use his two accounts to buy and sell at the same time, creating matching orders, and basically without change of beneficial ownership, raising artificially the volume traded on the stock on the particular exchange. What he also can do, he can collude with others, saying with his friends, with his wife, or other family members, or whatever. So, with using their own accounts, he might do he might trade in circles, where he buys, another member sells, then another member buys and he sells back, and so on and so on. And basically they are just buying and selling this security between each other, and nothing really changes. I mean, yeah, there is a change of beneficial ownership per se, but it's still the same group. So that's also an illegal activity, and usually it's known as prearranged trade, but it's very similar to wash trades. Wash trades has been a typical scenario to enforce by European enforcement agencies, and I believe also from UK and US enforcement agencies, because obviously it's one of the simple scenarios to understand. It's just straightforward. When you match your own orders, that's a wash trade. That's a illegal activity, unless there is some caveat, unless there is some special occasion where you can legally do that. At GK Consultancy, we have been implementing the detection of wash trade scenarios over 25 times now, and we also have experience in other financial crime domains. And if you happen to someone who has a project need or who wants to train their users in market abuse or AML KYC, then we definitely are the right partner for you. Here are some of the references from previous projects and contact details. So if you would be interested, we would be happy to hear from you. Thank you and good luck for now.